I also just want to make a couple comments. Last week, the Supreme Court issued a decision in a case that, overturned a doctrine called Chevron deference. And, the long and short of it is not to get bogged down in technical details, but, who ultimately governs our society? And the outcry on the left over the repeal of Chevron or the overruling of Chevron really shows how they view society. And those of us who welcome the decision to overrule Chevron, we believe in, I think, a conception of government that our founding fathers envisioned. When you have a bureaucracy that acts against you, and if they're doing it in a way they don't have authority, you have a right to go and bring a lawsuit to challenge that, because sometimes people's livelihoods are at stake on this. They can impose punishing fines. There's a lot of things that this big, powerful bureaucracy can do. So the question is if they're coming at you and they're wrong on the law, do you have an ability to go in the court and have the court say, you know what, you're right on the law, and rule for you and give you relief? Or do you do this Chevron deference, which says, well, it doesn't really matter if you're actually right on the law. We are going to defer to what these experts in the bureaucracy think the law means or the regulation should mean. These are people that are not elected. These are people that are not accountable. These are people that are, quite frankly, wrong about a lot of things. And so Chevron deference really empowered the administrative state. It empowered the bureaucracy, and it's helped the bureaucracy grow to the extent that it has, really uninterrupted for many, many decades. And so what this does is this puts on a better foundation the separation of powers. You go into court, you have a right to have that court apply the law as it's written. And if that means you win and the bureaucrats lose, then that's the way it's going to be, and that's the way it should be. So that was a really good decision. But the people that were carping about it, they want to have a rule by unelected, unaccountable, bureaucratic, so-called experts. That's who they think should govern society, and they want to insulate them from any type of accountability. And that's just fundamentally not the way our Constitution was designed. It wasn't what our founding fathers envisioned. And yes, this is just one piece. I mean, part of the reason the bureaucracy's grown so big is because Congress doesn't exercise its constitutional authority to rein it in. They don't like writing laws that are precise. They don't ever use the power of the purse, and ultimately that's going to be the most effective thing, that can be done. But this was an important step, and people say, oh, well, how could you not have bureaucrats or experts be deferred to? You know what? If bureaucracy acts against you, you go and sue, you win. If Congress doesn't like that outcome, they can always rewrite the law, and then you can hold them accountable to ballot box. That's the way this is supposed to be. So that was a good decision. I know there's going to be some more decisions that are come out later today, but I do think that that's something that will make a meaningful difference for those of us who believe that the federal bureaucracy is out of control, that it's unaccountable, and that it's outside the proper understanding of constitutional boundaries.